When it comes to prospect evaluation for these rookies, what I'm about to show you is probably going to be the most frivolous thing, but the thing you want to look at, because we're going to look at these behind the scenes clips from the rookie premiere. We're going to look at these players walk around on the field unhappy, get their photo taken, but a picture's worth 1,000 words, a snapshot's worth 1,000,000, and we're going to take a look at these rookies today. But before we do, you need to click that subscribe button right now, because we're going hard in the paint looking at these rookies when it comes to rookie camp, mini camp, training camp, on top of the vets as well. We're also looking at their workouts too. Make sure you click that button. Stop missing out on your favorite players. But the rookie premieres today, they did 2 groups. Group 1 came out earlier this morning, and I did a video on that not knowing they were doing 2 groups. Because usually they do not cover the rookie premiere and show us anything. Usually a snapshot of them just sitting there unhappy, getting their class photo. Last year, it was just a quick little video. Now we're getting all these little videos out, and I did not know what to do with it. No one else does this, but I saw this come out again. I was like, I'm just going to do it again. We're going to cover the second group here, and then what we saw earlier, and we're just going to run the clips. Then we'll run it again, talk some ball. But you're seeing them come out. This is group 2. This is the afternoon group. This is all of them merged together. So you're seeing them interact with each other. So if that's something you're interested in. But we're going to have to look at each player one by one and see what's going up with this, because the rookie premiere is kind of interesting. There we go. J.J. McCarthy. We got Spencer Rattler right there. Didn't have that clip earlier. We got Malik Neighbors catching some balls. And then this is from earlier. This is the morning group. The morning group was pretty funny. It must have been moving slower because they seemed a little bit more disinterested. I imagine the 2 groups kind of merged before the second group came out and kind of lightened up the mood a little bit. There's Caleb Williams. First look as a Bear, maybe second if you watched the first video. There's J.J. McCarthy again, getting his snapshots. That's if you have not looked at this portion before on my previous video. Lad McConkey hopping around there playing a little Mario. We got Rome Odunze. We're taking this back from the top here. Audric Estime, the first thing we see, looking jacked, looking huge. Look at the size, look at the biceps. You can see him with his arms straight. That's what you're seeing here. And it looks like we see little McCaffrey there. Baby McCaffrey. That's what we're going to call him. Baby McCaffrey back there. We see Troy Franklin. Caleb Williams and company. Again, we see Jaden Daniels back there too. Right there. Looking nice and trim right there. That's about it. Who's back there? Who's back there? Is that Marshawn Lloyd and Jalen Wright hanging out? Way back there. Yonder. We got ourselves a Marshawn Lloyd and Jalen Wright. Malik Neighbors hanging out with Caleb Williams. We also have Brian Thomas Jr. there. Looks like Jane Daniels. Baby McCaffrey's there as well. Look at the hair there. Slicked back a little bit. Slick Rick. Rome Odunze back there hanging out. I wonder who he's hanging out with. Actually, some of these guys are just like head down, daydreaming. Just look in the back. You just see it. They're almost like NPCs back there. You got Bo Nix there. Look at Braylon Allen with the 0 on him. Big dude with the 0. Perfect number. I would not have guessed them giving him that number. I knew it when it came out, but it's different when it's right in front of your face. Drake May cheesing. Look at Drake May. He looks like he just got back from Chuck E. Cheese and had the day of his life. We got Lad McConkey there hanging out with Bo Nix. Spencer Rattler. Just watching him interact. Is he talking to anybody? He's hamming it up with Bo Nix. Blake Corn's having the time of his life. He looks like Kyron Williams. Like, he's got some look of Kyron Williams in him. It's almost like the Spider-Man meme, what we're going to see. He looks like that. And then I look at Roman Wilson. Of course, the Michigan guys are going to hang out. He looks like one of my friends. Roman Wilson does. He sure does. He looks like my buddy Hamby. If you're watching, that's you. That's you, buddy. But there he is, number 10. Right there. Roman Wilson with the Steelers. And then you also see Brock Bowers. You See the hair back there, fading back there. Ricky Pearsall hanging out with Audric Estime. Those two hanging out. Look at the size difference. Thick Estime. And then Jalen Wright. What's Jalen Wright doing? Jalen Wright looking for worms. Look at Troy Frank. All these guys. They're just looking at the ground. What's up with the ground? There's something up with the ground. There's something up with the turf or the cleats or what's up. But everybody just casually looking to the ground. Conspiracy theory. Chemtrails was blazed upon this place. They're trying to figure it out. But on the real here, I don't know what's going on. Must be something with the shoes or something. They're bored. That's it. They're just bored. They don't know what to do. There's a little awkwardness there. And they're just trying to figure things out. Corum and Roman Wilson hanging out. You see Burton there looking down. Looking down. They're just trying to get the time to pass. This thing's brutal. They're sitting there probably hot in those uniforms waiting for this thing to finish. And they got OTAs, a lot of them on Monday. The OTA schedule on CBS is a little off because some teams are practicing like a few days prior or not at all on those days that they got listed. That I'm noticing because I'm paying attention to when the clips come out. A lot of teams are practicing on Monday, supposedly. And then we got A.D. Mitchell. What's he doing? What's he got in his hand? And then there's Coleman. Then we're going back to McCarthy. Rattler. Let me know if you're a Rattler fan. I think he's a developmental quarterback that we should be excited about to watch, I guess, on the back end of their depth chart to see what happens. Malik Neighbors, of course. Of course. Then we covered this one earlier, but I want to go back to this. Is the most intriguing thing right there. Keon Coleman, Xavier Legette. The press conferences on both those guys have been wild. Like I said prior, Xavier Legette is just mumbling stuff, and Keon Coleman is probably feeding off of it, not really hearing what's going on and just going into tangents. Like, Legette is legit mumbling random stuff about chickens, and he's thinking he's talking about bubble jackets or something. Like it's. I bet you this is the funnest conversation. If we can get that mic'd up, NFL, can I have that? We will cover that on the channel. Lad McConkey, Jonathan Brooks, right there. Looking thick, looking good. Looks like he can be a 3-down back just from the picture. Just from that picture. That's got me excited there. JT Sanders right there. I'll say this. I sent Madden with the players on it that I downloaded a roster of. And he did well. That means nothing, but I did say that. But here we go. Moving on over here. Will Shipley. I'll say this again. I've said it before prior anyways. He's got a little Mac Miller in his look. Rome Odunze hanging out there with J.J. McCarthy, Caleb Williams. And I don't know if they're really hanging out with J.J. McCarthy or J.J. McCarthy's just kind of like just trying to be there. That's the thing. It's just, they're talking. They're talking kind of. Scratch that. Again, what are those two saying? That is what I want to know the whole time. He's showing him a picture of a rooster or something. Alligator, a tractor, something from the farm, something. Let me see this, goddamn whiskey, and then Keon Coleman just going off of that. But this is it. These are our rookies. Audric Estime coming in, Jack, Jaden Daniels, everybody disinterested. They need to wrap this up and not have this. Honestly, they need to wrap this up and not have this. Look at Blake Corum. He's loving life. Happy-go-lucky dude. If I'm watching this and I had to pick a guy that I wanted to be friends with, I'm going to tell you, and you probably guessed, it would be Blake Corum. Look how happy he is. He's just happy to be there. It's Blake Corum. If I had to pick a best friend from today, from watching this, it's Blake Corum. That is the only analysis you're getting. Blake Corum would be my best friend from this class of rookies. Let me know who would be your best friend. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.